Hi friend, my name is Dani Walker. Today's episode is all about dupes. I'm going to share with you 7 of my favorite dupes that have replaced their more expensive counterparts. The content on this channel is related to travel, sustainable fashion, beauty, pageantry, content creation. So if any of those things interest you, I hope that you'll consider subscribing so that you can join me for future episodes. And if you'd like to support the channel in other ways, you can do so by hitting that super thanks button, shopping in the merch store, or simply by sharing an episode with a friend. First, let's talk about an item that is just for all of my ladies out there, and that is period underwear. If you've ever looked into period underwear, you know that it can be pretty pricey. I checked out Thinx period underwear, which is a really popular brand, and theirs start at about $25 per pair. So I was wondering how well the dupes stacked up. I found a pair on Amazon, and this is from the brand Shero. I'm gonna link the pair that I purchased and used. You can get 2 for $29. I have the basic black thongs, and let me tell you something about the period underwear to answer some of your basic questions. Do they work? Yes. Now, if you were to just wear the basic black thong, I would not recommend that for a heavy day of your period. I personally only use the period underwear for extra leak protection. I use a menstrual cup instead of tampons or pads, and sometimes you don't get it quite right and you can have a little bit of leakage. Shero period underwear has saved me. I have not yet once bled through anything that I own. It's amazing. And if you're wondering, I don't know how they do this, but it does not feel wet. It's kind of like a super absorbent pad that you might wear that absorbs really well and you don't feel any wetness throughout the day. That's exactly how these feel. And so if you have any other questions about these, I'm happy to answer that in the comments below. But this is one of my favorite dupes. I love them and I encourage all of my friends to get them. They've just made my life so much easier. The next dupe I'm going to talk about, I actually used to have a collaboration with them. I'm so sad that that ended, but this is how I was introduced to this brand. This is Dossier. Dossier makes dupes for designer perfumes. And I have scent tested these. I have some original perfumes, and then I have the Dossier dupe for those perfumes, and I cannot tell a difference between the two. They both last a very long time. I still get compliments on all of my perfumes, and nobody knows it is a designer inspired perfume and it is not the original. And I feel like this is great if you want to try out a new perfume, maybe that you don't want to invest a ton in perfume, or if you're like me and you're like, forget this, they smell exactly the same. I am done with the high-end perfumes and I am only going to wear Dossier. Dossier prices start out at $29. I believe that their priciest perfume that they have is $49, which is still significantly less than their designer equivalents. And so it's like, well, why are they so affordable? They're affordable because you're not paying for the packaging and the marketing and the branding of the designer perfumes. But I don't think the packaging is bad. It's glass. This is the top. Has a magnetic seal here, and this is what I use every single day. So if we ever meet in person and you're like, ooh, what are you wearing? It's some Dossier scent. This one is really hard for me to just say that I love, because the original product that this is a dupe for, at least I think it's a really good dupe for, is one of my favorite products ever. And that is the Elemis Collagen Cleansing Balm. I love that cleansing balm. Personally, something about the scent of it just does it for me. I love the scent so much, but it's such a nice balm and it really gets all of your makeup off. It breaks everything down. I use that balm as a part of my 2-step cleansing routine. Whenever I have makeup on like this, like heavier makeup when I'm filming, I use that balm first as my oil-based cleanser, and then I used a water-based cleanser. The double cleanse really helps prevent breakouts for me because I have oily and acne prone skin. So if you struggle with that, this is something that you could check out. So Versed also makes a cleansing balm. It's in this cute little pink packaging, and I found this because Versed sent it to me in a PR package, and I was like, sure, I'll try this out. I had zero expectation for this product. Now, I will say though, like I mentioned, I love the smell of the Elemis cleansing balm. This one smells good, but it's just, I don't prefer this scent to the Elemis, but to me, they work just as well. And I'll show you, I use this all the time now, and I'll show you a little bit. Okay, that's probably way too much. I just put too much, but I'm just gonna show you on my hand. So it's really beautiful, very, very moisturizing, and it's just gonna leave your skin really soft after you use it, just like the Elemis cleansing balm. It breaks down your makeup just as well, leaves your skin just as soft, but it is so much more affordable. I purchased the Elemis 100 gram size of their cleansing balm, which is about this size, and it cost $66. So expensive. It lasts a long time, but so expensive. This right here, this is 2.3 ounces, and it costs $18. You can get it online. I've seen it at Target. Go get you some of this. This is an amazing dupe. Workout sets. Amazon workout sets are my dupes for workout sets. I do not purchase, and no hate, I just don't purchase Lululemon or any other of those really high-end workout brands. I just don't see the benefit to it. I feel like many of those are overpriced. You're paying for the brand, you're paying for the marketing, you're paying for the label. The sets that I have purchased, and I will link these specific sets that I've gotten because I think that also matters. The buyer that you purchase from on Amazon is important, because I've read some reviews on some Amazon sets and they're not great reviews, but the sets that I have, I've had no problems with them. I wear them constantly. I work out in them, I travel in them, I wash them every single week. They have not fallen apart in the wash. They have kept their elasticity. So I'm gonna link these pairs that I have purchased for myself. The price point for these is between $20 to $30 on Amazon versus, y'all know if you have checked out or purchased any Lululemon or Lululemon type sets, a pair of leggings is gonna run you at least $100 over there. Okay, and that's for one piece, all right? So that's just something I don't purchase anymore. No. It's a no for me. Costume jewelry, I buy dupes. There are a lot of great costume jewelry brands, no shade at all. They have a lot of really unique, beautiful pieces. And if you are a fan of one of those costume jewelry brands and there's a specific piece that you love and want that'll make your heart happy, then go for it. But for me, most of the time, it is not worth paying these really exaggerated prices for costume jewelry. We're not even talking about fine jewelry, okay? We're talking costume jewelry. So I do not shop for any costume jewelry and pay marked up prices. And I'm not gonna pay that Bauble Bar price, which I love a lot of their pieces, when I can thrift pieces like that. Usually I find amazing thrifted pieces. If you want to find great costume jewelry, go to any antique store. There are so many pieces of gorgeous costume jewelry that is comparable, or a lot of times I think even has better stone quality and metal quality and construction that the pieces you're gonna buy from these other newer costume jewelry brands. I can't do it anymore, friends. I just don't spend the money there on costume jewelry. When you can get costume jewelry from vintage stores for a fraction of the cost, or even on online thrift shopping, you can get them. Sunglasses, any glasses, buy the dupe. If you don't know, you can do your own Google search, but most of the top sunglasses designer brands are owned by the same company. And they're charging a 1,000% markup. 1,000%. Yeah, it's crazy. You can find low-cost, affordable dupes that have the same amount of UV protection, polarization, and without that price tag. Look, if there's a specific style that you want and you know that that one high-end brand is the only one that makes them, look out for that pair on sites like Poshmark or The Real. You can find deep discounted prices, but for me, it is not worth it to pay those premium prices when I can get a dupe of the same designer sunglasses and pay such a small fraction of the cost. For me, that label is not worth it. Before I share with you my last item, I just want to say if there's any specific episode that you want to see on the channel that I haven't covered yet, then please leave that in the comments below so I can know, so I can create it for you. I haven't really seen people talk about this as an actual dupe online. I've seen people make the comparisons, but let me show you. The Uoma, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, powder. It's like life-changing. This stuff, hopefully you can see this. I don't know if you can see this, but we're gonna try. I hope you can see that. It's basically smoking, okay? I have used the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Under Eye Setting Powder, I can't remember the exact name, for years. I heard about this on TikTok. I said, you know what, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna get it on sale for that Black Friday sale. I'm not going back. This powder is more finely milled than the Laura Mercier powder. It costs less as well. Okay, hence why I'm gonna talk about it quickly. Laura Mercier's powder starts at $40. This one right here is $30. You're gonna get a lot more bang for your buck here. And one thing I've noticed since using this powder is that when I used to use like the Laura Mercier, and then I also would just use like Dermablend because it costs less for the rest of my face, I noticed that now with this powder, my face does not feel cakey at the end of the day. I don't know what it is, but with the other powders, my face just started to feel like I was wearing makeup, like heavy makeup, and then my skin would get super oily. I have not had that happen with this. That's it for this episode for dupes. I really enjoyed creating this. This is very different content than what I normally make, but I wanted to share this with you because I was so excited about these items, and I hope that they'll serve you well and that you can check them out for yourself. So thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you next time. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as the notifications so that you know when I release new episodes. I'll see you soon.